it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Today I am going to be setting up my goals for June. So breaking down my annual goals for the month ahead in my MAKSELIFE Quarterly Companion Notebook. So I have my folio right here and my current Quarterly Companion Notebook, as well as my annual goals notebook here. If you don't know, MAKSELIFE is the system that I use for setting goals, and I specifically use the Quarterly Companion Notebook, although their goal setting system is available in all of their planners. It's also available completely for free on their website as a printable, which I just think is super fantastic. So definitely check it out. It's a really, really comprehensive goal setting system. This is my second year using the MAKSELIFE system, and I absolutely love it. It has completely changed my life and just kind of the way I think about goal setting. So here are my annual goals here in this notebook. We will be looking back over these as I get set up for the month of June. But before we do that, we need to wrap up the month of May. So before I jump into my May recap and my June goals, I wanted to share that MAKSELIFE has a new product that just launched today. I happen to have it here. The MAKSELIFE team did send this to me to take a look at and to share with all of you. So thank you so much to them. It is a set of 8 notebooks in all of the MAKSELIFE colors. You can pick this up as a set of dot grid notebooks, which is what I have here, and it also is available in lined. These are similar to the other notebooks that MAKSELIFE already sells, but the covers match the life areas, which I think is just so cool. And then leaning into the rainbow vibes here, this is also a fundraiser for Pride Month. So the set of either dot grid or lined is $48, and $10 from every set will be donated to the Trevor Project, which is a wonderful organization. You get 40 pages in each notebook. It's the same high quality paper that all the MAKSELIFE products are. And it's just really cool because you have a cover in each one. I really love this because my brain is just so hardwired to think of life in the MAKSELIFE color-coded scheme now that this makes it really essential. Like this one could be used for admin. This one could be used to create to brainstorm fun ideas, a work notebook, something for family, some brainstorming some kids' ideas, different things like that. This one could be some kind of health journal, a regular journal. You know, I talk a lot about mindset in my spiritual and personal growth category, a place to keep your financial notes, and a place to keep track of all of those home projects. The first thing I'm planning to do in here is do like a little basement vision board. I'll talk more about my basement in my goals in just a minute here. This was a pretty highly requested product, and I just love how inclusive the MAKSELIFE community is. It's one of my favorite things about the brand. It's just really a place where all people, regardless of your background or where you're at in your life, should feel welcome. And MAKSELIFE really tries to emanate that, and they've done a really wonderful job building a supportive and inclusive community. So if you want to pick these up, you can help support the Trevor Project. Again, $10 from every set of notebooks sold will be donated to the Trevor Project. Again, it's just the standard notebook from MAKSELIFE. Again, this is the dot grid. It is available in lined as well, and the covers just match all of the life areas. I'm gonna have so much fun playing around in these. I just wanted to share them with you really quickly. So since they were launching today, they are live as of when this video is up. So if you want to shop them, you can still use my affiliate link and my discount code if you are shopping. I do really, really appreciate that. And thanks again to MAKSELIFE for sending these to me. Stay tuned to my Instagram. I have some fun stuff planned with these, some of which will obviously be posted here on YouTube as well. So with that being said, I'm going to jump back into my goal video. These are my May goals. If you're newer here, I film a goal setting video every month, so you can go back to my goal setting playlist or my MAKSELIFE playlist and check out my May plan with me in here. And these we will go through, and I will walk through which ones I got to, which ones I didn't, etc. And then here are my weekly actions. The way that the MAKSELIFE system works is you make annual goals, you break those down into monthly goals, and then you break those down into weekly actions. I love weekly actions. It really helps me connect to my week and tie my week back to my annual goals and find a really good balance between the day-to-day things that have to happen and the big picture things that I'm working for. And I think that the weekly actions are just a really wonderful bridge. That being said, I did have some scheduling issues this month. We're very much in that end of the school year time period. The weekends have been crazy busy, and for me, the weekends are my kind of weekly prep planning time, so I've had to kind of cut back on some of my planning time certain weeks, been doing it when we do it. But that being said, I still feel really good about what I accomplished this month, even when I wasn't necessarily doing the prettiest spread or doing any spread at all. I did actually have a week in here that I completely skipped doing weekly actions, but that's totally fine. I was still working on my goals that week when I had time. I just didn't have time on my usual days to get it set up. And by the time I did have time to do it, it was already halfway through the week, and I just decided to move on. And I really love that. I posted like a thing about it on Instagram, and MAKSELIFE actually replied. They have lots of little sayings, and one of their sayings is rest, don't quit. And they just were talking about how that's kind of the perfect embodiment of rest, don't quit. And I'm very much still feeling that whole rest, don't quit spirit. Things towards the end of this month of June will start to like pick back up and normalize. It's just at the end of the school year, I'm sure if you are either a student or a parent, you can totally relate to this. The end of the school year is absolute chaos. We have 3 weeks left of school. We're currently right in the last week of May, the May-June split week, and we have, like I said, 3 weeks left of school, including this week, and it's already started some of our summer traveling where we go back and forth a lot to the beach over the weekends in the summer. So things are very, very busy right now, and I think between now and the end of the school year, my planning is definitely going to be a little bit more on the simple side. And once the kids are all settled into camp after school ends, and then we have a little bit of time off in between, but then after that we will we will be back in full force, and actually even more so because my littlest one, who only goes to school part-time, is starting camp full-time this summer, and then she will continue on with that in the fall. So these last 3 weeks are the last time, I guess, ever that I will have a kid at home with me, like during the day, during the week, obviously besides like sick days and random days off and all of that stuff, which there are a ton of, but yeah, just big kid, exciting stuff. Okay, so those were my weekly actions. This is the week that we're in right now, like the split week. I did just kind of do a quick sketch of what I wanted to work on this week when I got back from the beach this weekend. So I'm still working on all of this stuff, and some of this stuff will get kind of moved into my June goals where it's like a longer planning stuff. Like I've got some vacation prep and summer prep stuff that will go into June. But other than that, I'm just gonna work off this little list over here, and then we can get going for June. Starting with just running through these goals so I can just check in, remember what I was working on, remember what happened versus what didn't happen, and then we will go to the reflections. So in my personal category, I had all habits. The planning routine, like I said, it was really strong at the beginning of the month, and then it got a little bit chaotic at the end of the month. And I think for June, I'm gonna work on committing to my planning routine, but making it a little bit simplified. Morning routine and good use of morning time, that one also has been hit or miss, but it works really well when it works. So I would like to continue to try and do that. It's just putting a little bit more structure around the non-kid elements of the morning routine. The kid elements of the morning routine run really smoothly at this point, but it's just adding in non-essential, or I guess they're essential in the sense that they have to get done eventually, but there are things that I used to do after the kids have gone to school, but now trying to tackle a little bit more of that in our morning time, if that makes sense. Okay. And that which frees up more time for me to do work and other things or fun activities if the baby's home with me, etc. during the day. So then summer prep, we have been outside a lot. We've had outside plans. We did this Mother's Day, and I feel really good about the trip brainstorming. That is actually going to be a big goal of mine in June. My husband and I are coming up on our 10-year wedding anniversary at the end of this summer, and we would like to take a trip without the kids for that. And we've done some preliminary planning, and most importantly, we have a game plan for what's going to happen with the kids so that I feel confident in actually booking something and spending some time, committing to booking that, which like obviously I didn't want to do if no one was going to be able to watch the kids. Work stuff is going good. I did not do a live for the channel stuff, but I have some ideas for that. So hopefully over the summer, once the kids, again, I'm not trying to take on any new projects until the school year is over because things are very chaotic right now. We did have our kid well checks. Teacher appreciation went really well. The end of the year PTA stuff is almost done, but going well. So a little bit more to handle with that in June. The financial stuff, I did that at the beginning of the month. I was gonna say the beginning of the summer, but the beginning of the month. And then, okay, projects. This was our big focus, was this house stuff. The kids' rooms are done. My mother-in-law is moved back into her own house. She's doing super well. If you don't know, she had an accident earlier this year, a really bad fall, and she was living with us from February when she got out of the hospital, and she moved back actually in mid-May to her own place. Now she's walking mostly with a cane and doing really well. She's not in the wheelchair so much anymore, so she was able to move home. Her house has a lot of stairs. Yeah, anyway, so we had spent a lot of time helping her get set up, and then shuffling our stuff around, and then even more so shuffling our stuff around because we are now renovating our basement. Finally, after we had to pause that for a little while. The garden and patio is doing really well, looking really good. The shutters is like, I'm having a really, why are shutters so difficult? This was one of my goals last year, then we ended up waiting, and it's still, it's just so difficult. And then these two, we need to just pause for a minute, but I am really focused on the basement, which we are in permitting right now. So because we're building a bathroom down there, we also need like a permit related to that, like a township permit. So we're doing that. It's ongoing, feeling good. Shutters, I need to follow up on that again. But that is what was going on in May. Here are my reflections. And I think I'll put that basement stuff as my biggest month. So this is such a long time coming. And I just feel like it encompasses like a lot, and I'm really looking forward to it because I think it's just gonna make the house feel so much bigger, that we're gonna have like a playroom that's a little bit out of the way of, you know, the main living space. So I'm gonna put that as my big contact. Okay, so as my big win. Things that are currently working in my life, like admin's going well, big picture planning, outside time. I feel like this is my naturally happiest time of year because it's like the beginning of this time where you can go back outside and we eat outside a lot and spend time outside with the kids and just have fun. And after, even though this winter was pretty mild, but even just like after any kind of winter, it just feels so good to return to being outside. I know people, like especially with kids, that are like, we get outside time every single day, even if it's raining, even if it's freezing cold. That's not me. I am happy to spend as much time as humanly possible, like 6-7 months a year while the weather is nice, but I'm not standing out there in the cold. I feel like there's more stuff, but that's fine for now. Things that are currently not working in my life. Oh, the last thing I was gonna put was kid fun, because the opposite of that, we've been having like good fun times, but there's just also like the kid end of year, school year chaos. I've also just been really tired, and I just kind of lose steam on the things that I'm working on, and I think I'm gonna put that Moxie saying right here. Love when one of those little sayings fits like kind of naturally into my planner or what I'm thinking about. So I'm gonna say temporarily, because you know I love a good stickering spread and I would never want that to go away. The problem starts to be when I like overcommit myself to like the full stickering, taking 2 hours to do my full planning routine, which I can do my full planning routine in like 30 minutes if I want to, but I could also spend all day doing it if I want to. And trying to tackle those multi-hour, really in-depth for handwriting, lots of sticker spreads when I don't actually have the time to be doing that. And then I get frustrated with myself because I run out of admin time and all of that. So I'm gonna say temporarily simplify the planning routine. Once the kids are into camp, we can go back to those gorgeous full stickering spreads. But for this month ahead, and honestly, it's gonna be probably most of June, because like I said, the kids have 3 weeks left of school, and then they have 1 week off in between camp and school. So camp will start kind of the last week of June. And after that I can, like I said, and then I can return to my full sticker loving self. Working on that morning time stuff. So I'm grateful for outside time, beach season, and family. The habits I want to work on next month are like sleep control. So getting to bed on time, but also waking up and not just like lingering in bed, because I actually feel like sometimes I'm tired because I didn't sleep enough and the kids, you know, whatever. But sometimes I feel like I'm tired because I slept too much, or I'm not like getting myself going in the morning and whatever else it is. So anyway, so sleep control and also just like the morning time stuff. And the area that I want to focus on next month, I don't really necessarily have like a specific area, just like the end of the school year and keeping things running and not losing my mind. I don't know, it's so hard to rate the overall satisfaction for the month, because it's always, I feel like, just like, what am I feeling right now? And what I'm feeling right now is we had our first weekend at the beach and it was so amazing and I'm so happy right now. So it makes me want to give myself like a 10 out of 10. I think overall it was a really good month, and like I said, it wasn't perfect, but you know, never is. But I did get a lot of stuff done. And even the stuff where I haven't finished it, like the shutters, and I wasn't like able to do that, I did stay on top of it and like keep the follow through and all that. So you know what? I'm feeling good. I'm gonna give myself a 9. It was a really good month. Okay. I usually add color to this, but I really don't feel like doing that. So let's just jump into the goals. I feel like I have been talking about all of the things that have been going on enough, and we can just move along here. And bring back the washi across the top, which is something I used to do. I haven't done it in a while, but where I just put some washi across the top, and then I can put one month sticker, or put a month sticker on it. Okay. I got so many good summer washes, so okay. So we're just gonna go like that. I also think that I'm just gonna go ahead and pre-date the planner for this month, because I keep forgetting to date it. And I did this with my Laurel Denise and I really liked it. Okay, so this was week 22, so we're gonna be 23. And I have these stickers. The week's numbers will keep, like I can use the ones I didn't use next year, but I have these ones that are like specifically dated, and those are not gonna keep for next year. And I have a bunch of these, and these are all from Lexi Kylie Designs. I am gonna start in the fun and recreation category. Here are my annual goals there, where we've been doing an amazing job. We've had some mini trips with the kids, including a ski trip and a trip to Washington, D.C. I went to go wild. Our big family vacation is planned. It's going to be in January of next year, and it's going to be pretty epic, so I'm very excited for that. We've been doing a really great job with all of this stuff, and the last thing on there is this big 10-year anniversary trip, and that is what I would like to finish getting planned this month. Uh-oh. These planner Kate stickers are actually repositionable, which generally speaking is really, really nice, but I would actually like this to not be repositionable, so I think I might just go ahead and glue it down. Because, yeah, usually that's great because, you know, you can, if you mess something up, you can move it, but it's gonna just keep coming undone because it's in the middle there. So I think I'm just gonna try and glue it to the washi and see if that works. Okay, anyway, back on here. So my focus for the month is gonna be summer fun, but related to that, we're gonna have all of our, you know, usual weekend, end of school year, all kinds of stuff like that going on. And then also I'm gonna be working on our trip planning for the end of summer. And if you have any suggestions for where we should go, let me know. Something that is like a good 4 or 5 day trip in August. So I'm not going anywhere where it's gonna be 100 degrees. That's just not happening. So anyway, that is kind of our, we're not looking for a beach vacation because we've got that going on already. So something that's more of like a city or some other kind of experience, and is a good place to go in August. So if you've got any ideas, feel free to leave them below. So I think the first one here is actually just going to be to stay on top of this schedule, because there's a lot going on. So, and plan our 10-year down here, kind of secondary, just like keep making the summer plans. I was with one of my friends this weekend, and we were like talking about this, like one of my childhood friends, and we used to play Barbies all the time together. And we were talking about going to see the Barbie movie together. Neither of our husbands really wants to go see it, so keep making summer plans and just fun activities and enjoying all that the season has to offer. It's much easier this time of year. You know, I don't feel like this time of year I have to work as hard to like keep planning activities for every weekend and stuff. A lot of it's just baked in, you know, stay on top of the schedule, all that good stuff. Okay, so then I am gonna go, actually I guess I would just go right down and we can do like the ones that are focused kind of on the end of the school year. So family and relationship. First up, we have a cousin visit. So my husband's brother, who is the only one of either our siblings on either side that doesn't live in the Philadelphia area, so doesn't live near us, so we don't see them as much, is coming in to visit. I'm bringing my newest niece and what I think is probably most likely my last niece or nephew to be born. So that's very exciting and I can't wait to meet her. Also, her big sister and my daughter they just love each other very much. They're very good friends. And for this, I don't usually put dates in here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put the dates in. It's kind of like a weird set of dates. And I, again, just wanna make sure I'm on top of the visits. Okay, on top of all the plans. Then we've got all of the end of year stuff. Kids routines and transition to summer routines. I kind of think that's it. Honestly, my whole theme this month could be summer fun. I'm just gonna put the end of the school year. And then I'm gonna go to spiritual and personal growth, where we've got some end of year volunteering school obligations. So we got mindset, connection, boundaries, volunteering. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the two school volunteering things. So I have some end of year class parent stuff, and then we've got that's at the preschool, and then I'm also the treasurer for the PTA of the public school, and we've got like some last end of the year events, all kinds of stuff going on. Okay, and then for the last one, just putting some mindset stuff, you know, we're gonna try and enjoy our outside time, enjoy the beach, and also just try not to fight with family. It's kind of how we spend our summers. I'm not interested. Having the same arguments over and over again is not productive. I'd rather just enjoy the time and walk away when things get frustrating. Which they have not yet been, but you know, I know myself, I know the family, and I know how summers go. So we're just gonna start early with that as the mindset. I'm just gonna put school wrap. It's the same as the end of the school year, but just a different phrasing. And then for health and wellness, we're gonna swing up to this. Still kind of just is what it is there. Yeah, I just put a whole bunch more glue down on this, so hopefully, what was I doing? I'm gonna swing down. I lost my train of thought on that, so I'm just gonna swing down to financial, and then we'll circle back up. Okay, so we just have our regular monthly checks. We got this new car, and the payment thing is like, I'm having a little bit of trouble with the auto pay, and then there was just like this whole thing. Anyway, so I just gotta figure that out. I paid the first bill because I don't want to get a late charge, but I just need to figure out the auto pay. I don't want to forget about it. And then also along those same lines is we gotta figure out the basement payment plan. So just like new stuff. I mean, we still got the regular old stuff. Again, none of this stuff is gonna take me that long. It's just, you know, I don't want to forget about it. Physical environment. Continue the shutters, daily clean, the hexagons are habits, and also check the garden. Anything needed for the basement. I think it's going to be pretty late this month because we kind of just have to wait for our township to approve our permits before we start anything. And I think likewise we'll just say other projects as needed. Again, we had to put the pause on. It can only so many things can get booked at the same time. And then, but the last thing is we actually need to buy a mattress for the beach house. So just continuing with the house projects. Now let's go back up to health and wellness. I'm gonna say just like, I don't know, start on my fun and active summer, and I don't wanna get too specific with stuff. It's not working, so I don't know. Just trying something else. I feel like I'm doing the things I'm doing. I'm not doing the things that I keep saying I'm gonna start and don't, so I don't know. Gonna devote my bandwidth to something else. If it happens, it happens, and if not, we can worry about it later. This is typically my most active time of the year because I just love to be outside, and we just, you know, do a lot of walks, playing outside, all kinds of things like that. It's when the weather gets cold that I kind of stop doing all of the things. So I'm just not gonna worry about it this month. All right, so let's do the last two categories here so that we can wrap this up. trying to have a mega planning day today because I wanted to do this last week, but I ended up having a little schedule snafu and I didn't get to do it. So now I'm trying, it's the 30th while I'm filming this, and I would ideally like to have definitely at least this, which obviously this will be done. I'm about to be done. But also I would like to set up my family organizer, my main monthly planner, and if I can, also my content planner as well, all at least by like, you know, the first few days into the month. On the work stuff, I'm just gonna say, don't overcommit. There is no need to overcommit to projects in June. On either social media like channel stuff or for my freelance business, because you know I'm gonna have much more time next month and I don't want to stress myself out with a bunch of work stuff that I don't have time to really do while I'm trying to manage the end of the school year. That being said, I am writing at least one blog, which I'm supposed to work on this week, and I do have some other channel stuff going on, but I don't, like I said, I don't think I need any new projects right now. I'll wait I'll book stuff for later in the summer. Okay. And then up in personal, we got all the admin going on. Okay. So again, I want to really focus on that morning routine stuff and a simplified planning routine, like I said. And just stay on top of admin. And also, I've still been working on some master calendar stuff, so I will put that in as well. And then it's just like that, and that's all. So those are my June goals all finished up. Let me know something you'll be working on this month down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have the most amazing summer. I hope I have the most amazing summer. Just really, really looking forward to it this month and beyond. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You can also check me out on Instagram and TikTok at MyCraftyPlans for even more planner fun, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.